Welcome to another episode of Finding Freedom here on the Lions of Liberty podcast. If you remember, a couple years ago, I did a podcast with my daughter Rubie.
Last year. Yes,
Did we do it last year?
Yes. So yeah, we did baseball and exercising last year. I forget the year before.
Yeah, so we're doing it again. Rubie has some questions, and we're going to talk about baseball, and we're going to talk about money.
But it's like baseball's combined money. So yeah.
Baseball and money combined. Okay. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. So my first question is, how much money do baseball players usually get paid at the end of each year?
Well, they get paid throughout the year. They don't have to wait till the end of the year to get paid.
I know, but like it totals up at the end of the year.
So baseball players, I guess it's a more complicated answer. So let's take Connor Griffin, for example.
Yeah.
So he's drafted out of high school when he's 18 years old. He was drafted. He was a very high draft pick. He was a 9th overall pick. So he probably got like, I don't know, it was a few $1 million when he signed as a draft pick because he was a high pick. Then he went through the minors very quickly, much more quickly than normal for a high school player, just a year and a half or less than that. A lot of players take 5-6 years to get from high school through the minors if they don't go to college. Anyway, so he had a unique situation where the Pirates signed him to a contract immediately after he got to the major leagues. So the way it typically works is, say somebody's just drafted and they're drafted in a later round, like they're a 10th round pick.
Yeah.
They'll just get a maybe $100,000 signing bonus, which that sounds like a lot of money, but for a baseball player, that's not much. It's because throughout the minor leagues, they hardly get paid anything at all. They make like, I don't know, 50,000 or less per year.
Per year, 50,000. So you're saying that your question might get 50,000?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying in the minors, when they're in the minors. Then when they get up to the major leagues,
how much?
There's like a major league minimum. I have no idea what it is. It's somewhere around $1 million, I would guess.
My gosh.
I don't even know. Maybe it's less than that.
But what if they're like really like, what if they're bad? Okay, for example, if they're bad, like how much money would they probably get?
Well, so when your player gets to the major leagues, they have 3 years where the team pays them. It's like a major league minimum, essentially. So they have 3 years of that. The team can pay them more. Like Paul Skeens is getting paid more than that this year, just because he's so good and the Pirates feel bad for him that he's only getting paid that much, I guess.
Oh, they feel bad.
So they have 3 years of that. After they get through the end of their 3rd year, they can go to what's called arbitration, where it's like an average of they like take their statistics and have calculations and formulas to figure out where they fall, like how much money they actually deserve to be paid based on the amount they play, how good they are, all this stuff. And then the team will offer them amount of money, but they can say, you know what, that's not enough, I'm worth more. And they can take the team to arbitration, where they go before a judge, which doesn't happen that often. And then the judge will determine how much money that player gets paid. That happens for another 3 years. So 6 years total, 3 minimum, 3 arbitration. And then their 7th year, they're a free agent, meaning that if the team doesn't re-sign them to a new contract, then they can go to another team.
Yeah.
Another team could pay them. So as teams, as players, as good players, as they accrue more time in the league, especially in arbitration, like Paul Skeens, for example, he's not in arbitration now, but he will be next year. I think is his first year.
First year
of arbitration. It'll be his 4th year, I think so. He'll probably get $10 million in his first year of arbitration, which is a lot. In his 2nd year of arbitration, he'll probably get $20 million. And then his 3rd year, he might get close to $30 million.
Oh my gosh.
Which is like a record for.
So, about So if, like, let's say on your cruise, he might get like 20 million.
Well, O'Neal Cruz is, I think he's in his arbitration period. I think he's in his 4th year. I don't know what his contract is. He didn't have a very good year last year. So his pay this year is based on how he did last year. He had a pretty bad year.
So
he's probably somewhere around what the average pay is for 4th year outfielders.
What
I would
is that?
guess. I don't know what the
Maybe
number
like
is. I don't know.
4,000? Yeah.
No, it's probably like
10,000.
it's probably like 3 million or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I have no idea.
So
Mhm.
next question. Is American money going to come out with the $2 coin? Do you think?
There used to be a $2 bill.
But do you think they're going to come out with a $2 coin?
I don't think so. I mean, you asking that because Canada has a $2 coin?
Well, yeah.
So we were just in Canada,
But
and
I don't have one. But like I did get one.
you got to talk into the microphone.
I got a bunch of money. I don't know how much it is, but I think it's like $2 and something because these are $1. So it's like they have $2 coins there for some reason because they do things way different and across the border, and they also have like, oh, I forget. They
Well,
have
what's one reason why they have the $2 coin?
so they should they I forget.
So their money is worth less than US dollars, right?
Yeah.
So for example, if you were to buy what's one thing you bought in Canada? You bought
I bought mints. Okay.
So you buy mints. In Canadian dollars, you had to use more Canadian dollars
Yeah.
than if you use US dollars.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's more basically.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you were asking if we'll have a $2 coin. I don't think so. I think my fear is that we're trending towards what they're trying to make us into a cashless society.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you know how when we go to Idlewild and you go to baseball games or football games now, and they don't even accept cash. You
Yeah,
have to
it's
pay
like
with a card.
you have to pay with a card or coins.
Yeah, which is not good because being able to pay in cash is an expression of freedom.
And it's really fun.
Yeah,
It's less money.
because like, for example, if I were to let's say we paid you for chores. We don't. You do chores because you're a good kid. But let's say we paid you for chores. Let's say this. How about that? This is a better example. Let's say you start babysitting in 2 years, and you're babysitting for some family. The parents go out to dinner. You babysit for 2 hours. They come back. Say you get paid $10 an hour, so you get $20. They could give you $20 cash, right?
Yeah.
That's easy. $20 cash, bam, no problem. It's only you and them. They are paying you $20 cash. But if it becomes a cashless society, you'll have to, in order to get paid for babysitting, you would have to open a PayPal or a Venmo account or something like that, where they could then send you money digitally. So you're bringing in a third party, which has to send the money from them to you. And on top of that, the government can see all the transactions. And if you have transactions above a certain amount, I think it's like if you made more than $600 in a year, then you would have to file taxes.
Wow.
It's crazy. If it was all cash, though, the government would have no idea.
Yeah. So basically, there's not going to be a American $2 coin.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be $2 coin. Used to be $2 bill, but I don't think we'll have a $2 coin.
Okay. Next question. Why do you save silver and gold nickels and stuff like that?
So I do save nickels, and the reason I save nickels is because, and I forget the year they changed it, but the old nickels, meaning like 10 years ago, were actually made out of nickel. So they actually had real valuable content. And they were actually worth more than 5 cents if you melted them down. So their melt value was worth more than their face value. If anything, it's worth more. So the value of it, like if you bought something for 5 cents, sure, you could buy it for 5 cents. But if you were to actually melt down the nickels and sell the metals, you would actually get more than 5 cents. So that's why I save them. It's just a hedge against inflation, which we can talk about that if you want to. I got some other props that we can use to talk about that.
Yeah, like this one's really cool because it's in a rectangle.
Yeah, so what I have in front of me here, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but let's read 1 second. Just realized that this one got marked up somehow. The air must have got to it. So this is a 1 ounce silver.
How did I get this?
I don't know why it actually has a mark on the top of it. Just leave this one in. This is a silver coin. It's 1 ounce of silver.
And I got it.
And don't lose that one. That's a 1/4 ounce of gold.
This is a 1/4 ounce of gold.
So if we put these next to each other, which one do you think is worth more?
Wait, what did you say this one was again?
This is ounce of silver. It's obviously bigger than this. This is a 1/4 ounce of gold.
This one.
You think this is worth more because it's bigger?
I know this one.
Well, you said this one first.
Okay, fine.
You don't know, so you're just guessing. So an ounce of silver right now, it's about, I think, $75. An ounce of gold, this is a 1/4 ounce, but an ounce of gold right now, it's like $4,700.
Oh, so that one. So
this is a 1/4 of that. So it's like, what, $1,200 or something like that, or somewhere around there. So this is $1,200 and this is $75. But the cooler thing here is I bought this. This is 2015. I bought this in 2015 for
when I was born.
Yeah.
Born.
I bought it for $16.
How only 16 would be like 100?
So now it's worth 75. Actually, a couple of months ago, the price of silver was up to over 100. But did the price of silver go up? No, the price of silver didn't go up. Silver is silver. I mean, the prices can fluctuate.
So basically, this one's more.
Yeah, but the reason that these go up in value is not because really the price of the metal is changing. It's because the dollar bills are going down in value. Because what they do is when our government spends money, how does our government get money? Do you know?
They get money from us.
What's that called?
Get education?
Taxation.
Oh, I was close to taxation.
Yeah, they take taxes from us in multiple ways. So they get tax dollars, but the tax dollars are not nearly enough for what they actually spend. So when they don't have enough tax dollars, which they never do because they spend so much on all these other things, is they just print more money. So they literally, and now it's not, they don't actually print it.
Yeah, I know.
Now since it's all digital, you're just creating it on a computer. So when they create more money, the value of the existing money goes down because you're introducing more dollars into the marketplace. Like, for example, say that you lived on an island and there were like 20 people on the island, and there was
a family or like
sure, you have family there, but say it's insulated for an easy example, and you were able to get food. There were chickens, you got eggs, and maybe there were some cows and stuff. So you were able to survive. But say there was apple trees, and say the one year was a really bad year for apples, and there were only on all the apple trees, only a total of 100 apples. But the next year is a great year for apples, and you had 1,000 apples. And say that on that island, you created a way to, you created some sort of money. Maybe you were trading sand dollars or something was your currency. Who knows? Anyway, do you think that those apples would cost more if there were 100 apples or more if there were 1,000 apples?
More than 100.
Right, because there's fewer apples.
Yeah.
And so as you introduce, money is no different. It's a commodity. If you introduce more dollars into the system, there's more dollars chasing the same amount of stuff. So like, for example, like the house that we're in now, the house that we're in has gone up in value a lot. Sure, we fixed it up. We've added some stuff.
Yeah, we added cabinets. We added.
Yeah. But also, it goes up because so much more money has been introduced into the system.
Yeah.
And a way to hedge against that is to hold precious metals. Gold and silver are considered precious metals. Now, gold.
Also, it's really pretty to keep.
Yeah. Now, gold, and we're going to put them away. Kind of weird that happened to this one. There's been a defect.
Which one was this? Oh, doesn't matter.
And this so, and the silver, I guess I was going to talk about this. So this is just a silver bar, 1 ounce, silver coin, 1 ounce. This is.
Just how you put it?
Yeah. So this is a Queen Elizabeth silver ounce.
Yeah, and it got ripped. It just
this is worth more than this because this is just nothing. This is just a bar. This is just silver. This one has some people might pay more for it because it's it's got some sort of historical significance to it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
this also has to do with government stuff in our last podcast.
Yeah, it all ties together. It all ties together. But what other questions do you have?
So, who got paid the most money ever in baseball?
That's Ohtani.
Ohtani?
Yeah, he got a huge contract from the Dodgers, but he's the best player. He should have the biggest contract. It's like an insane amount of. It's like $1 billion. It's a lot of money. But the way that the Dodgers did it is they deferred a lot of the payments, a lot of the salary for like 20 years from now. So they're not actually going to pay him all the money for like 20 more years. So he's getting some now, but a lot of it he's going to get later.
Wow.
So the way the Dodgers kind of game the system, but
in any different country besides America, what is the most amount of I don't know how to explain this, the most amount of coins, quarters, how much they're worth. What's the highest amount of worth on a coin?
Well, there's dollar
in
coins.
Any countries. Yeah, but is there higher
You mean in any countries?
Yes.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Well, let's say.
I just don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Can I share this?
Yeah, so you want to talk about what it is? You got to hold the microphone up.
So this is a fake coin. It's not worth anything. But so we paid. It was how much money? It was $20.
No, you paid $3. I think $3. No. $2 and a penny.
$2 and a penny. Yeah. And then we tapped the penny.
So you put $2 in a machine, and you put a penny in a machine.
Yeah.
And you pick what design you want, and you turn this crank, and it smashes the penny and turns it into that design.
Yeah. As I don't think it's worth anything, but it's really cool. It's like a souvenir. It's a restaurant called Rainforest Cafe.
From Niagara Falls.
Yeah, from Niagara Falls.
The funny thing is, I remember when I was a kid, about the same age, I did the exact same thing in Niagara Falls. I think it was in a different place though. So that was cool to see. What else you got?
Wait. Do you have any other country when you travel when you're a kid, country souvenir money that you got from there?
Yeah, when I traveled to Scandinavia, which was Denmark, Iceland, Finland, and Sweden.
How much did you get?
I think I have it somewhere upstairs. So I have money from that. I have money from Canada from when I was a kid. And I think when my brother and sister went on their trips to Europe, I think they brought back some currency from, where were they? In like Prague. One of them went to Prague. I think one of them went to Italy. Anyway, I do. I don't. It might be in storage in a box somewhere, but yeah, I do have money from other countries.
What is the biggest amount of baseball card with the most money ever made?
What's the most expensive baseball card?
Yes.
I have no idea. Let's look it up.
Sorry. This so cute.
Baseball cards have changed a lot. Most expensive baseball card ever sold. 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle card is the most expensive ever sold. Purchased for $12.6 million in August 2022. All right.
Wow, that's crazy.
What else you got?
Does the Blue Jays save like a lot of money for the community, or they spend it? Like some people and some baseball teams, they spend their money for.
What do you mean, spend it on players?
Yes. Do they spend it, or like do they save it?
I don't know. I mean, you got to look at like also Toronto compared to Pittsburgh. Toronto is probably like 10 Pittsburghs, at least in population size. So they have a lot more people who are watching games, who are going to games. So they make more money. People are buying jerseys and hats, so they make a lot more money. So do they spend more money than the Pirates? Yeah, they should. And
they're spending it for
the Pirates are doing a better job spending money, but at the same time, people got to go to games. Like they need more sellouts if you want to be able to.
Because they had a really bad last year. So people stopped going like, oh yeah, the Pirates are gonna get a good year this year, but they're doing pretty well so far. People stopped going to games. They stopped cheering for Pittsburgh.
Well, they were bad for a really long time.
Yeah, but
and that's the fault.
Last year was one of the worst years I've seen.
Well, yeah, but that's the fault of the owner. I mean, the owner. They just made They made a lot of bad decisions and didn't spend money on the right players. And that added up, but that seems like that's changed. So they're making some good decisions now.
So, yeah, so they're making good decisions now. Let's think about something.
Okay.
So, the Blue Jays have like a lot of money because they're spending it wisely.
They have a lot of money because they make a lot more money. They have a lot bigger population.
So, why do you think they're having a rough start after this year, even though they made it to the World Series last year?
Well, I mean, I don't know. They're just not. They're just not playing as well. I mean, baseball's a long season. That's why you play 162 games. There's going to be times when you're not playing well. There's going to be times when you're playing better than you are. Times you're playing worse than you are.
Yes.
Also, players change from year to year on teams, and that can affect. The clubhouse and the different personalities you bring in, and some people just don't mesh with each other. Like, for example, Oneil Cruz had a real tough year last year with the Pirates. They brought in Marcell Ozuna, who's a fellow Dominican.
And
now
they're best friends.
He's done a great job, communicating with Oneil Cruz.
Can I tell you what happened
motivating
last night?
him and sure, yeah.
So Chris wasn't having a great night last night. Let's say that he wasn't. He was.
You have to hold the microphone up.
He
to
was
your face.
swinging. He was swinging at pitches that were bad, or he was leaving the pitches that they were good. So he was doing the opposite. So basically, that's what happened. So, and then at the 9th inning, I was in bed, but Daddy saw it. So he told Marcelo Ozuna, this is gonna be my biggest at bat of the game. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna hit a home run. I don't know if he exactly said 3-run homer, but guess what? He on that exact bat, he hit it. 3-run homer off of the pitcher, 9th inning.
Off the top of the foul pole.
Yes, and it was tied. Well, no, it wasn't tied. We were winning by 1. Off the top of the foul pole. And you don't really see that because in most ballparks, because tell why.
Well, actually, I think the stat I saw was wrong. It said it would have been a home run in 15 ballparks, which you would think, oh, it should be a home run everywhere. But about half the ballparks, that foul pole is farther back, so it would have curved foul before becoming a home run. So it would have been a foul ball.
Yes. So that's what happened. He hit it, and it was a big one. He had a good interview, and something happened at the end of the interview. He's like, why are the cameras out in center field?
That was funny.
Yeah.
I had a question for you, Rubie. Do you hold the microphone up? Last question, then we're going to have to wrap this up. Why do you like talking on a podcast?
Because it's fun to communicate people that never watched a podcast before, and they get to learn about new stuff, and I get to talk with you.
Okay.
And we get to talk about like money, government, baseball, health. I forget. Did we do one back in did we do one back in 1st grade?
Oh, we used to do those tea time with Daddy. We did that.
We did that around Christmas, but we tried to do it last year, kind of do it. So hopefully we do it this year.
Yeah. I don't know, I think you're getting a little big for that.
Well, it's not tea party, but it's like just podcast, I guess. So.
Well, maybe someday you'll have your own podcast.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, let's say goodbye to the people, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye. Have fun. Hope you like this.